At Detroit Metro Airport, an officer has questions for a traveler arriving from the UK with his wife and 3 kids.
The subject claimed on primary he was seeking admission to visit a family member somewhere in the U.S. And which bag is your wife's?
Look, that's why I say it's mixed up, everything.
He couldn't provide the address of his U.S. contact, so we wanted to make sure everything added up. How do you get a 40-day vacation from work?
The holiday, for the 2 weeks unpaid.
And the kids are out of school for 40 days. Why would you not come here during one of their breaks? Initially, he was going to come for a 10-day trip, then it turned into a 40-day trip. You're coming in to visit your brother?
Yeah.
And your parents are here visiting your brother?
Parents came yesterday.
Okay, put everything back on the cart. I'll call your brother.
Yeah.
We always like to confirm intent, so contacting the family member, that just adds a little more credence to the story and the person's reason for seeking admission. So you're just visiting one person, your brother?
One person.
He doesn't answer his phone. Just text him, tell him to answer the phone. Tell him that we're gonna call and he has to answer the phone. Come on up here and do it so I can see what you're texting. And he's here on a visa?
He got the visa, yeah. He said he's renewed it. He's out till 2019.
How do you know the details of his visa?
Sorry, he says to me because I don't know. Honestly speaking, I can't.
Who talks about their F1 visa with anybody? If somebody has an inordinate amount of knowledge about somebody else's visa, that might raise a flag. Is the phone working?
Yeah.
Get your brother to answer the phone.
That's what I'm doing, sir. How come you don't say please or anything?
I apologize for
Thank
my
you very
rudeness.
much. Yeah.
No excuse for my shortness. Once we
But you
confirm
don't
what you're
say
coming
nothing,
to do,
you know?
you'll be down the road.
Since I enter into that, you don't say anything, please or nothing.
Most people aren't overly defensive with the please and thank yous. I think he was trying to deflect from the inspection.
At the International Mail Facility in Chicago, a tip from local authorities has officers on high alert.
Our other law enforcement partners have been able to give us some information that big quantities of ecstasy may be being smuggled into the United States in the mail. They've given us some indicators that we'll be looking out for.
Yeah, buddy. Come on, let's go.
Good boy.
Hey, bud. Skip.
If they smell the odor of a controlled substance, the dog will alert, will look at the package.
Good boy. That's a good boy. Good boy. That's a good boy. Good boy.
Take that one, thank you. It may have taken 10 officers a couple hours to find these 3 packages. He does it in a couple seconds.
That's a good boy.
We'll just toss them through and kind of take a look at the x-ray screen. So the first package was declared as beads. It looks like beads on the screen, but the dog alerted to it, so I think it's probably something else. It looks like the second package as well. It looks like a tablet-like substance. And there's a third package, and it looks like a metal box that we'll have to take a look at. We're going to open the packages up and see what's inside. This is the one that I said was declared as beads. If you shake it, it kind of sounds like beads. And we've got a vacuum-sealed package.
The Blue Water Bridge crossing in Port Huron, Michigan.
Lane 9.
The morning rush is in full swing.
What's your citizenship?
Where are you coming from? Gotta have everybody come in, okay?
You come in every day and you never know what you're gonna see. It's always an adventure.
Hang on. Poor runner, white car.
Today, the adventure begins with a high-speed chase.
I was trying to get him to come in. He never looked at me, kept on driving, and once it was established that he wasn't gonna come in, I called port runner.
It's a white Fiat, I guess they had New Jersey plates.
This port is actually known for having quite a few port runners. They're after him right now. Port runner, white car.
In Port Huron, Michigan. Officers chased down a vehicle that hit the road instead of hitting up secondary for an inspection.
He got flagged for just a random inspection was all it was. It's a white Fiat. I guess they had New Jersey plates.
We don't know what we're dealing with. We could have someone that's wanted for an offense. We could have someone that has a vehicle full of drugs. We have a vehicle in the front and a vehicle behind to escort them back to the facilities to determine what exactly occurred.
Turn it off, give me the keys. All right, everybody out.
Officers escort the port runners into secondary inspection.
Right through here.
New Jersey plates. Are you live in New Jersey?
Yeah.
Is she your wife?
No, she's my friend.
Friend? How long have you known her?
I've known her for like 2 months.
It can be, federal prosecution, because you're trying to enter the United States illegally.
He said go left.
Okay, did you go to that?
I mean, we went to the left.
Just a straight shot.
Side.
You went straight.
I thought that he was just telling us where to go, like to get to our destination.
They both identified that they didn't realize they were supposed to make the turn when they were supposed to.
Okay, what we're going to do now is just search your car. Any illegal contraband,
We have some beer.
narcotics, no marijuana, no cocaine, heroin, anything.
Oh, no.
Okay, any weapons?
130 kilometers south at Detroit Metro Airport.
Get your brother to answer the phone.
That's what I'm doing, sir.
A Customs and Border Protection officer wants to speak with this UK traveller's American contact.
How come you don't say please or anything?
But the traveller is hung up on the officer's etiquette.
I think he was trying to deflect from the inspection. We made numerous attempts via the family member's cell phone. There was no answer. We also tried an app. There was still no response, which is rather odd. We got to look in the bag now.
If you were going somewhere for 40 days, how many purses would you bring?
Me? Probably one. So how many does she have?
At least 6, 7. Just the luggage alone is weird for 40 days, right?
Yeah. I'd say so.
It seemed like an inordinate amount of luggage for a 40-day trip, and the way everything was packed, it looked a little bit haphazard. His story didn't quite add up. Come on up a minute. Let me talk to you. I can tell you now, you may have a problem coming in today.
Back at the International Mail Facility in Chicago.
Good boy. It's a good boy. Good boy.
Take that one, thank you.
Acting on a tip from their law enforcement partners, officers intercept 3 packages believed to contain narcotics.
And we've got a vacuum-sealed package. We're looking at some green tablets. And we'll take a small sample from the shipment. And we're gonna field test it for being possible ecstasy. Place it in this pouch. It's positive, it's gonna turn purple. We'll break the first ampule. Second ampule should be clear. Third ampule should turn purple. It's a positive field test for ecstasy. We'll take a look at what's inside in this package. It's also going to the same recipient that we just opened before. So it looks like a child's game. And so the game is actually in there. You can see vacuum sealed. Let's see what this is.
Hi. Where do you guys live?
At the Pacific Highway border crossing in Washington State.
Have you been to Canada recently?
Nope.
No.
An American returns after being refused entry to Canada.
This traveler had live ammunition, and Canadians didn't let him import it into the country. So they gave him the option to withdraw his application.
What's that address down here?
You're staying in Blaine right now, right?
Yeah.
At the marina. You could put Blaine Marina if you like. You're just going up to get a water heater for your boat?
Yeah.
What kind of ammo do you have?
There should be some 22s, some 38s, some 44s, and some 22 250s in there. Those are my favorite guns. So.
All right. Have a seat. My immediate concerns are that he would have a firearm with him.
Leading officers to search his vehicle.
I have seen 9mm, 22s, 44s, so let's put all the ammo together. He's an American, he has a right to have a firearm. We just want to confirm he doesn't have a gun with him right now.
Look, this is what he has right next to the driver's door. Poor runner, white car!
Accidentally running the border at Port Huron has landed 2 American travelers in secondary inspection.
He went straight. I thought that he was just telling us where to go, like to get to our destination.
But it's what's inside their car that has officers asking questions.
A complete vehicle exam was done. During that, we found some prescription medications that some were prescribed to the individual, some were not.
Where do you get these ones at?
Those are my thyroid medications.
So these are prescribed to you.
They are.
And these?
Those are for muscular pain, and I get a lot of back pain as well.
And this one?
That's the same thyroid medication, Synthroid.
All right, you can have a seat, ma'am. Thank you. You know, it's our job to determine if those are items that are prohibited. Are they classified as a narcotic?
I just found that this one was not approved.
We made the determination that there was no items that were prohibited from entering the United States. Do you guys kind of understand what was going on today? Like what exactly happened?
Yeah.
Because it's actually a serious offense if you're a port runner, you know, your vehicle could be seized, could be criminal charges, okay? The very important thing, if an officer tells you need to go for an inspection and you're not sure, just take your time, ask questions.
In Chicago.
And there's a quick color change to purple. It's a positive field test for ecstasy.
An officer examines the second of 3 suspicious packages believed to contain narcotics.
So it looks like a child's game. You can see vacuum sealed. Let's see what this is. Drug traffickers are very good at what they do. Any way that they think that they can slip something past us, they'll do it. We're gonna take a small sample of this and put it in the field test kit and see if it tests positive for MDMA. Street name is Molly. It's a pure form of ecstasy. Quick color change to purple, just like that. Colors match, that's a positive field test kit for MDMA. We'll take a look at what's inside in this package. It's a vacuum seal package. And we're looking at different types of pills. Venture to say about 1,000 pills, maybe. And so it seems like the information from our law enforcement partners was spot on. We're very, very happy with the results today. This is a pretty big haul.
Back in Detroit.
Just the luggage alone is weird for 40 days, right?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Excessive luggage and an unreachable US contact has officers concerned about this UK family's holiday plans.
I can tell you now, you may have a problem coming in today. I just want to prepare you for a worst-case scenario. But a decision hasn't been made. So give us some time. Let us do our due diligence. Have a seat.
Thank you.
Have you ever applied for a U.S. visa? Was it approved or refused? He's coming from England. He's a visa waiver applicant. They don't need a visa. What they need to do is complete ESTA, and they need to complete it honestly. The ESTA application asks specifically, have you ever been refused a U.S. visa? What was your answer?
Yes. Actually, yes. Put it yes.
He was refused a visa at one time and failed to note that on his ESTA application. Have you ever been denied a U.S. visa? No. Why'd you put no?
Hi, everybody. Is there any alcohol, tobacco, or firearms in this vehicle?
Officers scan for more than just troublesome travelers and suspicious substances.
We've got 4 alarms.
out in front of the primary booth, so anything that comes through that might be radioactive, we take a closer look at.
At the Port Huron crossing in Michigan,
I'm just gonna have you shut it down.
a Canadian traveler is triggering the alarm.
Her vehicle alerted our primary officer that there was radiation in the vehicle. I took a machine, it's called a rad seeker, to take a closer look. We just need to do a test on you and the car. I'm just gonna have you sit in that little glass enclosure. There's benches there, you can just have a seat.
Vehicle 1 occupant, 7 point.
Tested the car with this rad seeker. There's no radiation in there right now. So now I'm gonna go in and run a scan on her. So this just detects exactly what's in your system. Gotta move back because you're so hot, as we say.
I don't know if that's a compliment or a bad thing.
If you're very radioactive, you're very hot.
This has happened once before. I had a heart stress test done and I had radiation put through me. So I know it's the radiations that were setting off the alarm. So yeah, I come prepared this time.
She had a radiation test, so she brought a letter from the doctor.
Copy that. Go ahead, release.
Okay.
Now I'm gonna have the same problem Friday when I come across.
Yeah, you probably will. Drink lots of water. Try to flush it out of the system.
Last time I was called hot was a year ago. Thank you.
Okay, take care.
There should be some 22s, some 38s, some 44s, and some 22-250s in there.
At the Pacific Highway border crossing, an American turned back from Canada is packing plenty of projectiles.
Let's put all the ammo together.
Canadians, they don't let him import it into the country. My main concerns are that he would have a firearm with him.
This is what he has right next to the driver's door.
The blade is legal.
He has 12 knives, he said.
But officers have their sights on a gun to go with that ammo.
Oh boy. We found live ammunition and spent rounds and brass casings. The result was negative for a firearm. We put it all up actually in the front passenger seat. And there's also 2 boxes in the very back of your bed, right behind the driver's seat.
Those should be brass.
Yeah.
Wintertime when it's raining like hell or snowing, I'll sit down and reload 5, 6, 7,000 rounds. Races hell on them chipmunks in the summertime.
He states he's going to drop off all his ammunition at home and then go back up to Canada to buy the diesel heater. Have a good one.
I had 2 long clips for a Ruger Mini 14 in my front seat, and you can't take those into Canada. So it was either bring them back or give them $40 worth of clips. I ain't gonna give them $40 worth of clips.
In Detroit,
The ESTA application asks specifically, have you ever been refused a U.S. visa?
Actually, yes, put it yes.
a UK traveler admits to being denied a visa in the past, but he failed to mention that on his application to enter the U.S.
Have you ever been denied a U.S. visa? No. Why'd you put no?
Maybe I didn't get the question properly, honestly. I've been applied in 2002
I can tell you
or
point
2000.
blank today, you're going to have a problem being admitted.
I didn't do it purposely. Maybe I didn't understand the question, I did it.
It's unfortunate that it's a mistake, but it's something you can't overcome. Because your ESTA application is null and void, because you didn't answer the question honestly about a visa, you've got to go back.
I'm the
There's certain things within the program that are not forgiving.
No, it's all right. I didn't do it for
But you can go home, get a visa, come right back.
That's okay. I didn't do it purposely. That's why I need to say.
The last resort is to refuse somebody's admission. But today we all felt that it was the right thing to do.
Such a little mistake, like a human mistake would lead such immigration, I'm really upset anyway. But we need to understand the laws and everything.